Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing a best of one Kaldheim draft. Alright, the rare is Waking the Trolls. It's a great card. You blow up a land, and then you get a land card back, and then maybe make a bunch of trolls, depending on how many lands you end up having out compared to them. But I've been impressed with this card. I like it. It takes a bit of setup, but it's powerful effects all around, I think. What are some other... It's also a gold card, first pick, which I don't love, but I like the rares in this format. They're very fun to play, and this one is quite good. Batter Shield Warrior is an uncommon I like. I like Narfi a lot. I haven't played Forging the Tyrite Sword yet, but it seems like a tough one to play. Maybe if you open Halvar and you can, last pick it, then you're... I mean, it finds equipment too, so I'm sure it's kind of useful. It's kind of just a weird card. Stalwart Valkyrie is good. The Raven is good. Depart the Realm is playable. I like Draugr, Hawk, Hulk is playable. Plenty of playables in there. We'll take the Waking the Trolls. Ooh, follow up with an Old Growth Troll. I'd say that's fine. That's pretty cool, actually. Kind of an easy follow-up pick, too. In red, we've got Tormentor's Helm, Seize the Spoils, Immersturm Raider, and Run Amok. These are more of like aggro red cards, whereas Old Growth Troll seems like it definitely wants to be in the same deck as Waking the Trolls, seeing as it basically is a high impact value card, and Waking the Trolls is more of a... I guess I wouldn't describe it as a high impact immediately card. It's more of like a win 3 turns after you play it sort of card. But yeah, happy to take an Old Growth Troll here and follow up, stay on color with our first pick rare, and see what keeps flowing. Okay, Snakeskin Veil, I like that. In red, we've got Doomscar Titan, Breakneck Berserker, and Seize the Spoils. I actually like Doomscar Titan. We could also take Highland Forest. It fixes for the deck, which is good. Doomscar Titan seems pretty sweet with Waking the Trolls. You just spit out a bunch of Troll Warriors and then give them all haste. Foretell this out. It's pretty cool. I think Doomscar Titan's a strong card. Definitely a strong finisher. It's another expensive card, though. And it's double red when we've got a triple green. I could just take the Highland Forest, just noting that we already have a triple green spell. That might be a wiser pick. It also gives us access to snow, which is heavy in green. And it also maybe lets us splash Waking the Trolls so that we don't have to devote ourselves to red. I think this is the most prudent choice, is to take the Highland Forest, as much as I like the Doomscar Titan. And I like Snakeskin Veil too. Okay. Choice now. Well, we've got Lindworm, Jaspera Sentinel, Blizzard Brawl, Shimmerdrift Veil, Snow Mountain. Plenty of good choices. The Lindworm is obviously very good. Blizzard Brawl, some cheap removal. We already have 1 snow permanent. Could definitely find more. We already have potentially 2 good bodies for it as well. You know what? I'm fine taking the Blizzard Brawl here over the Snow Mountain. Once again, we may not end up red. I mean, if we want to play Old Growth Troll, we're going to have to be green, but we don't have to end up deep red to play Waking the Trolls, which is nice. And yeah, I think I'll take the 1-drop removal. The 1-drop at worst Prey Upon with potential to be much better over the Lindworm, despite liking the Lindworm a lot. And I know a lot of commenters have told me how much they value Lindworm, which is fine. I really like Lindworm a lot too. But I think there's value in 1-drop removal spells as well. Ooh, this is a great... I came up with a word for these. You know how there's the MDFC, the modal double face cards? I think we'll just call these the MSFC, the modal single face cards, because that's how I feel about these lands. You play them, they're just super versatile. I count them as spells in the deck, which is why I'm so on board with 18 lands. Definitely seen multiple commenters telling me that they don't agree and that it's a 16, 17 land format. Totally fine with your opinion on that. I disagree. I've found quite a bit of success playing these as spells in the deck. I think it's totally fine. This is a great one. This is a very strange one because it's one of the few that lets you do it at instant speed as well. Plenty of red and, well, 1 green card, but plenty of red in here. We'll take the Slumber Mounts. It's certainly the best card in that pack, I would say. But like I said, this is instant speed for some reason. Lets you destroy a land at instant speed and spits out a green creature at instant speed. So quite strong. Choice now, Jaspera Sentinel, Seize the Spoils, and Dwarven Reinforcements. Well, we're starting to look like we are actually you know, green-red. Could take the Sentinel. We already have stuff we want to ramp into. Sentinel ramping into Waking the Trolls is still good. You'd probably want to have actual land ramp, but I'll take it over a Dwarven Reinforcements. I mean, I feel like we've already got some stuff where we'd like to ramp into it, and you don't always get the triple green for Old Growth Trolls, so Sentinel can help with that. I've actually found Sentinel to be quite good. It wears equipment well. It has reach. Valuable card. I think it would be playable even if it didn't have reach, and the fact that it does have reach just makes it that much better. I guess here it's an easy Horizon Seeker. The nice part about this card is kind of fixes for you too. Can find your third green. Can find your red mana if you can't find that. Totally playable. Not hyper exciting, but totally playable. Haven't seen the Reckless Crew get played yet. It's a pretty tough card to get going. Seems like more of a constructed card than a limited card. I guess you could play a boatload of vehicles and maybe make it work. Or equipment, vehicles and equipment. Just seems like a tough deck to get going, but a lot of white picks in here. Seems like white could be open, but I think we're carving our way into these two colors pretty nicely. All right, easy Outrider here. It's a little bit expensive, but with Sentinel and Horizon Seeker, I would hope that we could get to our 4 and 5, 6 mana spells. And Outrider is a totally fine, efficient beater. Okay, Mammoth Growth versus Hulk. There's also Smashing Success, but we're playing best of one, so likely not going to need to main deck this. It's a great sideboard card I've found, though. So Hulk is another 4-drop beater. Efficient. Mammoth Growth, though, I actually do like Mammoth Growth, but Mammoth Growth's a little more for a beatdown deck, I would think. But then again, Craven Hulk, not great for a mid-range deck because it can't actually block. I guess we'll take Mammoth Growth. I could go either way on that. Well, Arachnoform is much more of a beatdown card in my opinion. Seize the Spoils is actually a reasonable card. And Immersturm Raider is too. I think the bonus of Immersturm Raider is it can both attack and block early. It doesn't ramp you like Seize the Spoils, but the effect is so similar. I think I'd rather have a 2-drop blocker or attacker. And to be honest, I'd kind of prefer to not run it at all, but we'll see if we have to. Could take Raider's Carve and go for a vehicle plan that ramps into our big stuff. I mean, it's definitely good with Waking the Trolls if you can get it going, but if you've watched my videos, you know I don't really like the equipment in this set, minus the Psychus Chariot, but I would, you know, I'm certainly, ooh, got the Sentinel back. I'm certainly going to do the Colossal Plow Ox deck at some point. I'm sure you're all itching to see that, so I'm totally on board with doing that at some point. Haggy Mob is a totally playable card. We're kind of already a little bit good on the top end. I mean, we could certainly use more top end, but I'd like to have better stuff. So I'll take the growth in case we need it, in case we don't find the removal we need. Seize the Spoils could possibly make the deck. All right. Ooh, I really like Toski. This isn't exactly an ideal build for it, just because I would say this works best in like a deck with a ton of tokens and just small things that you can keep attacking in with. And this is more of like a fatty dot deck, but it's indestructible. It does a lot, I think. I think it's a cool card. It's 4 mana. I always want to say it's 3 mana, and then I look at it and it's 4 mana, but it's indestructible. It's a good card. Probably taking it over Sculptor, which would also be a good pickup for this deck, but I like Toski. It's on color. It's a powerful effect. I'll take it. All right. Let's see here. We've got, I guess, Vault Robber. If stuff dies, a 2-drop. There's Squash. We don't have any giants yet. There are changelings in green, but no giants, which makes Squash quite a bit worse. I mean, Squash is clearly better than Vault Robber, and red is one of the primary colors for giants, so I could just take it. Bit of a miss here, I'm not going to lie, because I'm not going to main deck Broken Wings probably. We're a little bit light on cheap stuff, so maybe I'll just take the Vault Robber. I like Squash. I think we could end up with some giants, but I guess I take Squash because Vault Robber probably is going to wheel. It's just, if I don't get, I don't want to play it as a 5-drop instant. I found that to not be the best. So there is Masked Vandal here, which would give us a giant for squash. It's random blow up things, which is good. Sculptor would ramp us, but we only have one snow card. I do feel like we're getting... We haven't seen a lot of snow. Snow's not going late. And we don't need to be a snow deck either. Like, Blizzard Brawl is totally playable as a prey upon in a deck that's got good bodies like we do. So I'll take the Vandal. Gives us more squash opportunities, like I said. Good potential value sometimes, just exiling and blowing up artifacts and enchantments. All right. So we can take the Snow Mountain here. There's Basalt Ravager. Do we have any sort of creature consistency? We have 3 elves, 3 warriors. And I guess this makes warriors too. Could just take the Ravager because it's a giant for squash, but if you're already paying 4 mana, maybe it doesn't matter. I think this is a good card on its own anyway. It just randomly pings and kills things. Ravager's a solid card. I like Firewalker too, and I like the Snow Mountain, but same argument as before. I don't think we need to be a snow deck for this deck to pay off at all. I think we're just fine running it as a Gruul value deck and being happy enough about that. Oh, there's the Plow. So we take the Alpine Meadow and get another one, but I think I actually went the Gladewalker. It makes our squash better. Starting to get happier about that squash pickup now. Gladewalker also does double duty with Basalt Ravager, as does the Masked Vandal, giving us some more creature types and cheap stuff as well. So, all right, good pickup for us. All right, I can take the Mentor. Probably just take another Gladewalker. Heralding Knights the Elves is good. I think we'll probably get that other Vault Robber back. So, all right, getting yet another giant. Now I'm just thrilled. We got the, War Master. This is a very surprised to see this pick 7. This card is super strong, and we already have 3 elves plus 3 shapeshifters. So that's really nice. We have a great elf count already. So I'm happy to take this. Great card. Very strong. And a nice solid 2-drop on top of that. So, nice. Seeker, Cavalry. We already have a Seeker. I'm not sure we're going to play the first one anymore, so probably go for the 2-drop. Maybe just diversify. Neither are elves for War Master anyway, so kind of irrelevant. All right, Sculptor we can take now. It is an elf for War Master. That's probably not enough incentive for me to play it necessarily, but we'll see what happens. All right, we got the Vault Robber. I'll take it. I'll consider it. We're not going to main deck Broken Wings, and we're not a run-amok beatdown deck. I also think that same argument kind of applies to the Mammoth Growth. All right, we got both Sculptors back. That's cool. Roots. I mean, we have a lot of elves now. With double Sculptor, I think at this point, and considering we basically already have a deck, I think I'm a little bit more on board with picking up Snowlands now. I wasn't anticipating... Ooh, Elderleaf Mentor, actually. Another elf. I wasn't anticipating getting as many elves as we did for War Master, and I wasn't anticipating getting as many ramp cards for our top end as we did, but... All right, we'll take the Packmate here. It's kind of an easy pickup. Just... when in doubt, take a really solid green common. That's awesome. So we'll take that. We don't have an on-color Snowland anyway, but that would be a tough sell even now to take a Snowland over a Packmate, since Packmate's just like the best green common, I would think. All right, we can take Struggle, gives us some more removal, or we can take the Frostbite. No on-color Snowland. There is a Replicating Ring. Or we could take a giant, but no, I think we take removal here because we already have quite a few creatures. So Struggle versus Frostbite. Frostbite's cheaper. Struggle requires a creature. This is just going to be a shock to creature only, though, whereas Struggle can kill bigger things. I feel like we probably go Struggle. Struggle is real with this choice, so I guess we'll take Struggle. It's great. We have good bodies for it. All right, Snow Forest here, or we could take the Lindworm. I'm going to take the Snow Forest. I think Lindworm is great. We kind of already have a deck, and with these ramp things, I'd very much like to get to our top end faster, so let's take the Snow Forest. All right, we can take another Struggle. There's a Sentinel and an Outrider. We'll take another Struggle. I'm totally fine taking these good removal spells. We can beat up on some cards with those, so... find some easy cuts here along the way, too, I think. Yet another struggle, huh? All right, well, I'll take 3 of them. Kind of surprised to get all of these out of pack 3, but guess that's what happens. All right, I've actually come to really, really like Elven Bow. Besides being another elf, which actually does work with the War Master, it's just a really versatile card. The reach is huge. Really nice. So we'll take it. Well, we'll take the Lindworm now. We've got a good amount of ramp to get there, and it's a bigger upside, I would say, than the Craven Hulk. Plus, it gives me justification to run 18 lands, which you guys know I just love to do, much to all of your chagrin. So we could take another Seeds of Spoils. We could take Cavalry. Not going to be able to make Frostpire work. Don't need the Revenge. I'll take the Seeds of Spoils. I don't think they're going to make the deck anyway. I don't think any of them make the deck. Could take Ice Hydro. We don't have enough snow for it. But we're not going to make Elder Hall work, and there's nothing else in here. So, alright, we can take Craven Hulk. Honestly, I don't even think the Hulk makes the deck. I got the other Lindworm. I'll do it. I'll probably play 2 with 18 lands and be happy enough about that. I'm going to take a second Sentinel here over the Outrider. We have a lot of top end now. And I am, I think, totally on board with playing all of these ramp elements with the amount of top end that we have. So we'll get this deck figured out. Okay, let's figure the deck out, shall we? Well, you know what I like to do first off. Cut the lands. So we only got 2 snow lands, which is a low snow count, unfortunately. Especially if we want to make these sculptors work. We do have the Jaspera Sentinels, which are actually very good in this deck for multiple reasons. War Master. Not only does it spit out an elf for War Master, they turn into win cons late game with War Master, and the 1/1s are nice little ramp elements with the Sentinels as well. So that's pretty cool. We've got these. We got the Struggles. Got Tasky. I think we can dump these Mammoth Growths. They're just not fitting with the deck. Seas Spoils is usually a pretty easy cut too. We've got enough ramp. I might be off Sculptors. I think Sentinels are just going to work better for this deck. They do give us Snow Element for Blizzard Brawl, but Blizzard Brawl doesn't even need to be... we don't need to get the bonus from Blizzard Brawl for it to be good in this deck, I don't think. I think we've got some good bodies here. I don't know if we need the Horizon Seeker. It does find lands, but I don't think we need it. Still have a ton of creatures we can cut. I don't know if we need the Craven Hulk either. This is a deck that appears to be able to die if we don't... if we can't block, like with our 4-drops. So I think, even though it does make Squash cheaper, I'd probably cut the Hulk. The Mentor is pretty sweet, actually, with the War Master. And I know some people don't like the Mentor, but I've actually been fairly impressed with it. I think it's good. Getting multiple bodies is very valuable against certain decks in this format. And it's actually good synergy with Ravager. It gives you a shock element at the very least. So, what are some other cuts? We're at 11 lands. I'm willing to play 18, certainly with the Slumber Mound and the fact that we have quite a bit of top end. Could cut the Vault Robbers. They do generate treasures, which helps us ramp, but at that point I'd rather just do Elves and focus on that. So we can cut Vault Robber. We can probably even cut like Raider and Cavalry. Cavalry lets us ramp and, or not ramp, but hasty beat with stuff, but I'd like to focus on the green, actually. We're borderline mono green, so probably cut Raider too. And then we just can cut a couple more creatures and basically playing mono green, splashing Ravager, Squash, and Waking the Trolls, which I'm totally on board with. Triple Sentinel. Close to mono green. Ton of elves in here, didn't we? 8 plus 3 shapeshifters, so 11 elves. It's pretty good. I like the Snakeskin Veil, especially with the War Master body being a great one to protect. Even the Lindworm, great creature to protect too. And 3 struggles, it's nice to have protection backup. I don't know, Snakeskin Veil just has been very good for me in general. So we can make some more cuts here, but what are they? I mean, we have a lot of top end, but remember, we have 3 Sentinels, And we have 2 sculptors with only 2 snowlands. They're basically grizzly bears in here. As much as I would like to have the extra ramp element as well as extra elves, I'm thinking we could probably cut them. I mean, sentinels are almost assuredly going to be able to ramp and fix this much more often than Sculptor of Winter is. And it's 1 less mana with reach, whereas this is a grizzly bear. So I think there's a reasonable argument to cut this. We lose out on some of our Elvish Warmaster value, but at the same time, Elvish Warmaster is so good with like 3 elves out. Like just playing Warmaster and playing 1 elf and getting 3 out, you've got an army right there. That's all you need. So kind of happy with this. 14, 15, 16, 17. So if we make 1 more cut, we have a deck. It probably should be non-creature. Removal-wise, we have Squash, Blizzard Brawl, 3 Struggles. We've got the Snakeskin Veil. Bow. We could actually cut 1 more creature because Bow is also another elf for Warmaster, which we didn't count. So really we have 10. So if I wanted to cut a non-elf, I don't really want to cut a non-elf. Certainly not cutting. I mean, Toski actually got away better with the Warmaster too. That's kind of cool. Let's see here. I could cut Blizzard Brawl. It's Prey Upon. We have some good bodies for it, but we have quite a few things with low toughness too. Like in this deck, we're really not going to be able to play Blizzard Brawl until at least turn 3 if we have 3 green mana, which I feel like we could. But even our 4-drops aren't great with Blizzard Brawl. They've got 2 toughness. So it's really like 5 and 6 drops. So maybe Blizzard Brawl is not good enough. Struggle, on the other hand, is quite good because it pumps it. So making this a 5-3 fighter is actually pretty good. Or this even a 4-3. Killing 2 power creatures. So I'm on board with cutting the Brawl and running 16 creatures, including the Bow. We still have more than enough removal, I think, with triple Struggle and Squash. How many actual giants do we have? Just, I guess we only have what, 4 giants, including the shapeshifters. So a little bit light on giants. I don't like the idea of paying full price for Squash, but we might have to. I think ultimately it might be more valuable to us than Blizzard Brawl. Could go either way on that. Stack looks a little bit slow, but I mean, we're still staying busy early, and Sentinel's a pretty integral part of this deck too, so all right. I guess I'm satisfied. I can't think of a creature I want to cut, and I guess Basalt Ravager is technically potentially very good removal in here, or it can even be a kill spell. If you have enough elves out with Warmaster, you can just burn your opponent's face with it. So that's kind of cool. All right. Not much red. How many actual red sources do we need to run? Probably not that many. I think we can get away with 6, especially with the Sentinels. So we already have 2, so I could run 4 more red. And then 11 green. Let's see. Is that overkill on green? Oops. No, I don't need to craft any forests. Thank you very much. So Sentinel will let us get a red. So really it's like we've got 9. Yeah, we have 9 red sources, including the Sentinels in here. So I might be on board with 11 green. I mean, we've got Old Growth Troll, which I would be thrilled to play with on turn 3. Getting a 3 mana 4/4 with Trample that has more upside on top of that is quite good. So, yeah, I'm on board. I like it. Cool deck. Looks fun. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right, got a good keep here. Turn 2 Packmate. Turn 3 play it. Turn 4 Toski. Turn 5, whatever, something we draw. Get to this Waking the Trolls point. I like it. Uh-oh. Well, the nice thing is we can play a turn 3 Packmate with Snakeskin Veil protection, which is actually pretty good. So we'll go Packmate first. Alright, we're going to actually play the untapped land so that we can protect Packmate here. Vengeful Reaper, okay. So, I think we're gonna go Toski and attack with the Packmate. Struggle. Good draw. So next turn we can go Forest, Struggle with Snakeskin Veil Protection. I like that. Tormentor's Helm. Alright. Sure. They're gonna attack the Dusk Wielder too? Okay. Death Knell Berserker. Sure. Lindworm's a great draw too. So let's just keep up our protection. So I could struggle Toski onto the Berserker, which isn't bad. Yeah, especially with the Lindworm. I think that's fine. Because we have the Snakeskin Veil too. So let's just eat the Berserker. Like, I could eat the Dusk Wielder with the Packmate, but then they can equip the Berserker, and I feel like that's better for them too. So let's draw some cards here. And keeping up Snakeskin Veil is actually pretty nice. The fact that we can play Lindworm next turn is pretty huge. Could also just blow up their mountain if we wanted. But I think the Lindworm's going to do a lot of work for us here if they're just going all in on this plan. Because they're not going to be able to win this race. Lindworm is going to flip the boards here. I mean, we could blow up their mountain now too, but might as well not even risk... I mean, we might as well draw first, I suppose. Toski's just so nasty. Alright, so let's just drop the Lindworm, get our life. Now if they shackles us, do we die? 6, 8, 11, 12 with the... probably discard the tap land. We don't need snow. We don't need tap lands either. So if they steal Lindworm, I don't think they have lethal even with the Dusk Wielder, so that's good. But then I don't know if we have lethal smashing back either. Well, they're still going for it. Sure. So they'll play Liberator to block the Lindworm. What can we do? We don't have enough to be lethal. Even with Snakeskin Veil and Gladewalker pumping something else. Not that that's a huge deal. But it's very close. So we'll play the Gladewalker. I may want to blow up their mountain, actually. Since we don't have lethal anyway. Maybe that's the smartest way to play it. Because then they're off any red spell they draw. Hmm. Hmm. Do we have any creatures in the yard? Oh, we don't. That's unfortunate. Oh, we have reach creature now, though. Well, that was perfect then. So we'll go land. Seven mana, so we can go Sentinel to get reach. We can go Gladewalker to pump our Sentinel. We can go pass and leave up Snakeskin Veil. Sounds good. So I guess it still makes sense to just block the Vengeful Reaper, because with the Tormentor's Helm on, it doesn't matter either way. Sure, they're digging. Frenzied Raider with the Duskwielder is pretty good synergy. All right, we'll see for the next one. All right, this is a keep. I mean, we just have one Despair Sentinel, but we've got some fight spells and 2/3 body. Might be good enough to kill some things. One would hope. Fearless Pup. Well, Despair Sentinel does a good job blocking that, so that's cool. Waking the Trolls. So let's go this and struggle. And I think we won't. Well, we can attack. I guess we attack. My thoughts are, if I don't attack, it forces them to wear the pick, but not even really. It just kind of means if they play a land, they can still attack into it. So it doesn't really matter here. All right. So they still have Frostbite mana up, but I don't think we're going to play around it. So I probably go for it here. They might have the kill spell. We'll find out. Yep, looks like they got it, so. Or Demon Bolt. Yep. So they got us real good there. So we'll go struggle number 2. And next turn, Sentinel plus struggle again. Give another go at it. Oh, looks like we lost our opportunity, unfortunately. Well, Outrider is something we can potentially survive to, so we'll try that. Outrider into potentially Waking the Trolls. Might not be bad. Oh, what's cool is I can actually, yeah. I can play Outrider plus struggle next turn, which is actually very valuable. It's good thinking. Raven Hulk, sure. So, I think we still blow up the pup, despite the Hulk being bigger. And the main reason is because it forces them to re-equip, and we get rid of the first strike bonus effect of Fearless Pup. So, we'll do it like this. And we want to do it now. So we'll kill that. Uh-oh. Gold Mod Champion, on the other hand, is going to make things difficult. So, question is, can we afford to play Awaken the Trolls this turn? They don't have any cards left in hand. If I play the Elven Bone now, we have double blocker for Champion when they tap our Outrider. So I think we have to do that. Oh, wait. It actually is not going to matter, is it? Yeah. Because we're actually not going to be able to block the Champion. So I guess I should have done Waking the Trolls. Yeah, that's challenging. Well, I guess I can block the Champion and not take damage from that. But then I'm going to have to chump block the Craven Hulk. That's tough. That's tough. They have the treasure, so even Waking the Trolls doesn't take them off. I mean, I guess I could block with the 2/3. I'm not sure it matters here. Alright, and we play Awaken the Trolls and then we die. Alright, we'll see you for the next one. Alright, well, it's a little bit slow, but we'll keep it. We have a lot of 2-drops in here, as well as a lot of 1-drops, so a lot of potential good draws, and we're making land plays every turn, so seems okay to me. Yeah, the Slumber Mound is actually just very amazing, because the instant speed is just so good. Like, it actually plays around the Champion. They attack with it, they try and tap something, and then you just spit out, blow up a land, and just really good. So, turn 4 Mentor, turn 5 Outrider. Not bad, especially since they didn't play anything on turn 2. And even if they have a Packmate, we can trade our half of our Mentor for it. I'm cool with that. Ooh, Toral's Hammer. Well, we do have a Masked Vandal in here, so potentially can take care of that problem at some point. Oh, they're missing their land drop too, huh? That was another good draw, so let's get in there. Looks like they have like a Demon Bolt they're thinking about playing. It's pretty good for us if they do. It doesn't even matter because their Demon Bolt can't take out our Outrider, so. Yeah. Outrider being a 5/5 is quite good there. Alright, and then we get to eat that guy. So now they're in pretty serious trouble here. We can even get out of Frostpire range. It's pretty nice. So let's do the struggle here. Eat the Hulk. We can go struggle number 2. How much life they have? They're at 16. They're going to take 7 here, go to 9. So actually, Gladewalker is lethal damage. So I think we'll just pump Outrider again. And attack. And we're going to just leave up the Snakeskin Veil. Not that there's a ton of things that could deal with it anyway. Alright, we'll see you for the next one. Oh, we got a great hand here. Don't quite have that 3rd green for Old Growth Troll yet, but this is where Jaspera Sentinel is really going to shine for our deck, I think. Turn 1 Sentinel, turn 2 Struggle, possibly turn 3 Old Growth Troll if we rip a Forest. If not, it might actually just be in my best interest to play the Vandal next turn to guarantee the Old Growth Troll on turn 3. I think I'm probably down for that. Yeah, I want the turn 3 4/4. It's worth it to me. So that could be Demon Bolt, but the beauty of this is I don't even have to really worry about that. I'll just play this. They kill it. I'll just enchant my Forest with tap for 2 and then be able to spit out more warriors. So in a good spot right now. We also have mana to hardcast Struggle, and we've got 2 pretty big threats that we're basically only like a mana away from. So let's see. I think I block here. If they have Run Amok, it's a 2-for-1, and then we just enchant our Forest and can cast even more things. So even if they Frostbite it, we're good. Like, they basically have to 2-for-1 themselves. We just reap so much value for this. It's completely worth it. I mean, look at this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We just start casting Lindworms now. What are they gonna do? What is that? Turn 4 Lindworm? Turn 3 Old Growth Troll. Turn 4 Lindworm. Turn 5 Lindworm. Turn 6 Struggle. I mean, I have no idea what they're gonna do here, but it's not gonna be pretty for them. Alright, we'll see you for the next one. Alright, we have a nice keep here. A little bit on the slower end for us, but still pretty good looking. 2 red is a little bit awkward for us since we're running so few red sources, but not a big deal. I guess that's a good reason to actually continue to play the green too. So we could actually do Struggle, and that would let us maybe do Vandal Struggle next turn. I'm kind of okay with that. This potentially has the highest upside mana-wise. If there's something I need to kill on turn 2, of course. Alright. Mentor. Well, I can play the Vandal, and that potentially sets me up for a better Toski. I mean, I think that makes sense. Sure. It's actually pretty wonderful that they played that, because now we can struggle it too. Oh, and then we just got an Old Growth Troll. Too bad I can't quite play it yet. So the only awkward thing right now... They're off their second color. It might actually be... It's just not the best use of mana. I think I'm just going to play Toski. You know, it's so hard to not play Toski here because it allows me to block the Horizon Seeker. They can boast, but then we're just smashing back. Yeah, I think ultimately this is going to work out. There's not a lot of ways to deal with Toski either. That's another issue they have to think about. They had their second color anyway, so I don't really care so much about the Horizon Seeker as much anymore either. Plus, Struggle on Toski just seems like a much better target. Yeah, like, I'm gonna love eating this Stalwart Valkyrie for breakfast. And then I'm actually gonna attack with both. And then we can even Snakeskin Veil or Vandal if they block. And it's like, it's just like, it's just good value. We draw 2, get a land. We're like a land from Lindworm now. We've got 2 pretty awesome threats out. I mean, they're not awesome threats, but you get what I'm saying. They're not bad. Potentially can get a Lindworm next turn. So we can attack with both. They don't even really have good blocks. Still drawing cards. Now we just slam a Lindworm. Could have blown up their planes, but I'd rather just have a 6/6. Next turn I could potentially go Old Growth Troll plus Mentor if we rip a green mana, which is crazy. They still don't have great blocks here. Like, even if I attack with the Masked Vandal, they double block it and I trade my 2/4 for their 3/2 flyer. Kind of on board with that. And we draw 2 cards and deal 8 damage to them. They kind of have to have... Yeah, like, even them playing removal here, they basically what? Just removed our... They removed our 2/4 so that they could double block and trade, which they can't even do now. Yeah, that's just so cruel. Alright, we're going to go Gladewalker. We're going to pump the Lindworm. We're going to attack. Oops. So they have Monstrous Growth. So they still... Yeah, so they trade. It's still a 2-for-1. And then we play a Mentor, and we have 4 bodies that are going to draw us cards. Plus, we can just start blowing up their lands, like Stronghold and stuff. Sure. I might have put the counter on something else there. So let's attack with everything and just draw a bunch of cards. What are they going to block? They don't even have really great blocks. I probably would have put the counter on the champion. Yeah, I guess that still works. We draw 2 cards. So we can go land. We can go Awaken the Trolls. And I guess we blow up the Stronghold, I guess. And then we go Sentinel. Get another body out there. So they can exile our Toski. But I can make them exile Old Growth Troll instead. Might be down with that. I don't know yet. Because we're going to have like 3 trolls on our turn. Sure. I mean, they're playing removal spells just to like prevent us from drawing cards. We get their land. We're playing more lands. We can let them exile Old Growth Troll or Toski. I think we keep Toski. Toski's just going to be absolutely bonkers. Yeah, they're not even interested in us spitting out a trillion trolls there. All right, we'll see you for the next one. All right, we can keep this hand. It's fine. Turn 2, probably Gladewalker. Turn 3, maybe Bow, maybe Foretell Struggle if we're struggling to draw lands. But we did hit our land. So, go Gladewalker, probably into Elven Bow. Harbinger, sure. So, Old Growth Troll's a pretty good one, too. So, I probably do the Struggle here, actually, instead of the Bow. Worse use of mana, but this lets us, like, guaranteed cast our Struggle next turn if we don't draw land, and potentially lets us foretell another one, or play the Bow if we draw another land. Sure. So we got the 4th land, which is good. It means we can go Struggle here. Kill that. Get him for 3 while they're tapped out. This also lets us continue to attack into Harbinger, as well as give us another good body for the next Struggle for Skimfar, and then get that down. So hitting lands, which is good. Got some options in hand. Currently can't play the Old Growth Troll, but we're getting there. Can struggle some pretty big creatures with what we've got. All right, I think we probably at this point can attack. See what they do. All right. Sure. So they'll squash that. We're going to follow up with the Ravager to kill their Harbinger. Get that off the board. So now we've got some good threats on board. More action in hand. Another fight spell if we need it. We can even equip up a Ravager and make it a 5/4 beater. Just pretty big body. Nothing to scoff at. Oh, another Harbinger, huh? They're playing a lot of Harbingers. All right, so they're tapped out. What do we want to do here? I think we just kill Harbinger and smash for 1 billion. The question is more, which body do I put it on, the 4/2 or the 2/3? I feel like we put it on the 2/3 because then both of our creatures are kind of equal targets. Plus I can always move the Bow if I have to. Yeah, I think this is fine. I mean, another option is to play the Mentor, attack with both, but I'm fine getting the Harbinger off the board here. Mostly because we have yet another Struggle for Skimfar in hand, so we're also getting in for 7 points of damage. I like having diversity and threat in case they have some sort of removal here. Like, they can always Frostbite or Ravager, but I'd say at this point Ravager did its job. Killed something, got in for 4. All at the low cost of 4 mana. And now they have to play that to trade. And we're actually just going to do a really mean thing and just struggle and kill it without even losing our dude. Which is just incredibly mean. So now we've got 2 lethal threats. They have no creatures on board. We've got a 4/5 and a 4/2. Our Bow creature, our little token that could, is out of range of Demon Bolt. So it puts him in a more difficult spot. We're also still a couple lands away from activating the Slumber Mound, but we've got the Elderleaf Mentor, potential Old Growth Troll coming. All right, we'll see you for the next one. All right, we've got a great hand here. I still think we do the turn 1 Sentinel over the turn 1 Slumber Mound. The reason is we have a lot of 1 and 2 drops in here. So turn 1 Sentinel into turn 2. I mean, we could potentially get this Old Growth Troll on turn 3, even if we don't draw a creature here. Like, if I rip another forest here, I can just do that instead. I wonder if I still do it. Yeah, you know what? I think it's the upside is probably worth it. Plus, like, paying that foretell cost now seems worth it too. Plus, if I don't draw a land, we can play the Slumber Mound. No harm done. If we draw a 2-drop, we can still do something, potentially. I don't see the Axe Guard Armory too often, but certainly a fine card. Courser, so I can eat the Courser at worst. I guess that is the at worst, so we'll eat their 2/2 and... miss a land drop, but that's okay. I think if we draw a green, I just slam the Troll, make worse use of mana over the Toski. The reason is the Troll is just a better threat. So I think that we probably stay back here. Because then if they try and boast to tap the Sentinel and get in, we can Snakeskin Veil. Well, I think I still am going to do Snakeskin Veil. Because it prevents them from getting token there. And we're still just sort of waiting here. I think we'll pass. They can tap our dude, but at least it eats up some of their mana while we're kind of hunting for our 4th mana here. I don't want them to just have free reign on playing, you know, 5 drops or whatever. Uh-oh. Alright, so we'll play Sentinel number 2 and pass. So we rip the land, which means we can play Toski, at least get a... I guess we don't even get a block here because they can Goldmod Champion. Well, I probably don't want either of my guys to die, but I don't know if I can afford to take 9 points of damage either, because I don't even think Lindworm gets us out of that. So I wonder if I have to play the Outrider. I think we take it. I don't want to take 9 points of damage, but might have to. Halvar. That's a good one. So we got our 3rd green. I can play the Lindworm. I can play the Squash. I can play everything now, but it's definitely too late. We also don't have a Giant for Squash. I have to attack with Toski. I think this one's done. Play Outrider, have 3 blockers, but I have to attack with Toski. So they tap that, block there. Could squash that, but I have to attack with Toski. They block. Do that, tap that. I think we're done. All right, we'll see you for the next one. All right, this is a good looking keep. We got Gladewalker into Elven Bow, or Struggle into Gladewalker maybe. I don't know what's better, to be honest. They're both pretty good. Ooh, just spare a Sentinel. Well, I think that makes me want to go Tapland Sentinel. So then I can potentially go turn 3. Let's see, untap land, Gladewalker, Foretell. That's pretty good. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, Squirrel reinforcements, huh? Well, at least now we'll do the Elven Bow and have a good blocker here. Ooh, Agar. Well, I'm going to eat Agar. Not dealing with that. Alright, so that's cool. So we can go War Master. We can go Gladewalker. We can pump. Yeah, we can pump. Actually, I guess we can pump War Master. Yeah, I think we'll pump War Master. And then I'll attack for 3. And they can double block it. It's a great double block for us. We trade half of one card for a full 4-drop card, which is just good value. I mean, I guess we have one less elf on the table, but I'm still happy pumping the War Master because it puts it out of Frostbite range. Makes them play like a Demon Ball to take care of it. Yeah. So we eat up their turn for them to kill our 3/3, and now what? We're just going to start slamming them with these much better things. So we'll equip an Elven Bow on the... I mean, I guess we'd rather have creature cards in our graveyard. It doesn't really matter, I guess, but whatever. So we'll get in for 3. We have Ravager, which can still shock. Plus, we can go Ravager plus... like, yeah, I can just eat that thing. So what do they have, like, Depart the Realm? Oh, Disdainful Stroke, okay. Well, we'll just attack with both, and then I can Ravager to... I guess we can just attack with Gladewalker, actually. Which is fine. They can take it, it doesn't matter. Alright, so we'll Ravager and finish it off. Ravager can wear the Elven Bow and smash for 5 as well. We're a mana from Lindworm. We've got our Slumber Mound we're building towards. Find the monster. I'm fine with that. We got Lindworm online now, so they could Disdainful Stroke it. I'm okay with that. Bergstrider, so they can tap down the Lindworm. We've got Slumber Mound online now, so I think I'll actually blow that up to take them down to 1 red mana. And then, wait a second. Oh, I see the dilemma. They didn't have a Snowland to do anything to our Lindworm. Alright, we'll see for the next one. Alright, we got a good keep here. Might do turn 2 Struggle, turn 3 Gladewalker with Struggle up. Not sure. They did mulligan. Not that that makes a huge thing. I think we'll go Gladewalker. My thinking is I'm willing to trade the Gladewalker off with Mass Vandal in hand, just because there's enough artifacts and enchantments in this format where getting full value out of Mass Vandal feels pretty good. Not to mention, I was forgetting for a long time that it actually exiles the artifact and enchantment, which seemingly is relevant more often than one would expect. Toski, huh? I think we'll attack. I'm definitely willing to trade here. They don't even want to trade. So let's go Mountain, and then we'll struggle and pass. Now we're a land away from, like, Mentor and Toski. Herald, okay. So they can find... Ooh, Finn, huh? Oh, that's cool. So, I guess we just go Vandal and kill Herald. Always nice when a 1/3 body pays off. Sure. So, missing land drops here. We can leave up the Snakeskin Veil for now. And I think we will. We can actually double block Finn. Just kind of nice. Ooh, Eradicator Valkyrie. That's a strong one. How much is the boast on that? Just 1? No, 2. Okay. Well, I'll double block Finn if they want to attack. They don't want to. Alright, so I think we'll just foretell this. Leave up Snakeskin Veil and pass. So, this kind of puts us in a tough spot now. Because I want to fight the Eradicator Valkyrie. So, I think we take it. Because I could double block Finn, but then they could make a sacrifice, and I don't want to do that. Because then I'm not left with any creatures left, so I don't want to do that. Alright, Outrider's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to find an answer here, but at least they're tapped out. And actually, once again, Mass Vandal is going to do good work for us here, so that's cool. So we'll do that. Do that. Take that dude out. And then I guess we can pass. And we can double block the Outrider. They're probably going for a struggle play, so... Uh-oh. King Herald's Revenge, huh? Jeez. That's a tough one. Why didn't they attack with the Berserker? Oh, it just has to be blocked. Not blocked by everything. So, I think we'll block like this. And we'll probably do the Snakeskin Veil to preserve our life total. Which means, once again, Mass Vandal doing a little bit of work. Alright, so have to play just Spare Sentinel here. And pass. Not the worst. We'll take that. 6. Alright. So, we can play the Mentor. I suppose we have to. Well, that's tough. Let's see, we're at 6. So 2, 3. We take 5 if they have nothing. I do feel like we have to play something here, though. So basically, I play Toski. I block the Outrider. I take 5. Or I play the Mentor. And I can trade... Yeah, I can trade it for Finn. And block the chump the Outrider. Take 4. Okay, we'll do that. I feel like I need to play something. So I'll block here, chump here, take 4. Alright, too little too late unfortunately, but this deck was sweet. I really enjoyed it. Like, we can block the flyer, but we're at too little of a life total to get enough stuff out there. But that's okay. It was a sweet deck. I had a lot of fun playing it. Did really, really well. Still face some mana issues despite having the Sentinels and 18 lands, so obviously that's going to be something you run into. There's no way to... You can try and mitigate it as much as you can, but there's only so much that you can do. So, all right, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.